Hello everybody, this is Chris14 aka ClefferNotes bringing you a special video, and this one is a bit different today. This is a common Q&A question videos. That's the same thing really. Common Q&A video basically, just to kind of explain myself and kind of answer all your specific questions that you have been posting to me for quite a while. And I do apologise for not being able to respond quicker. I've been really busy as of late. Composing a lot of music, which is fantastic, and I thought I'd just show you what I use pretty much. My current setup is a iMac and a MacBook Pro Retina 13-inch, which I'm recording off now, and the main software I use pretty much every single day is Logic Pro 10. Fantastic application, I really do like it, and I've also been you know, kind of looking at some sample libraries, and I've really got involved in Spitfire Audio recently, and I'm really glad I found these guys because they make some fantastic sounding samples. And so this is basically a video to show you my samples and what I use on a day-to-day basis, and I thought I'd show you some of my samples. So I have Bml, Mural, and Albion by Spitfire Audio. And I have a lot of their labs stuff as well, like felt piano and scary strings and things like that to make some great horror sounding tracks. And if you can hear some whistling in the background, it is our pet cockatiel. She is quite a noisy bird, and she is downstairs at the moment, and I'm currently in my mini studio as we speak. So without further ado, I'm going to be demoing some of the samples for you, so you can have a taste of how wonderful they sound. And purchased these very recently, Bml Mural Volume 1, and I'm just going to plonk my headphones on, and here we go. So obviously we've got the cello section, as you can see there. We've got violins, violins 2, violas, cello, all the cellos, and the basses. So I think first of all we're going to go into the violins, because they sound really beautiful. And now we see our usual issue of the actual thing crashing. So bear with me as this loads. Okay, welcome back people, sorry about that. Had an issue with Contact Player again. Really irritating because it always happens on my MacBook and nothing else. Yeah, pretty much every time I load a patch, it just doesn't want to load anything, and it just hangs for ages and ages. Kind of irritating for a workflow because you're trying to get things done. And the violin section 1 sounds like this. So that's the spiccatos, and what we have here is a variety of microphone positions. So if you want the really big bombastic sound, you go with the... and which they sound absolutely gorgeous, and you can turn the outriggers and the leader mics to have a more defined sound where it just sounds a lot more clearer. So you've got the... which sound really truly wonderful. And then we have our pizzicato section, which sounds like this. Which sound like that. And also we have, let's put the tree mics on, which sound like this. As you can see, they sound truly fantastic. We have our pizzicato Bartok, which is a very harsh sound. It sounds like this. Which they really bash the strings with the bows. And we have a Col Legno, or Col Legno, however you say it. And this is very good for dramatic sections in like really fast-paced action scenes, which sound like this. and it has a really, really nice soft sound, which is just truly wonderful. And then, of course, we have our long section, which sounds like this. And also, this is mod wheel controlled as well, because I've got a M Audio 49 key keyboard with a fancy mod wheel on it. And you can change the dynamics of the strings as you go along, which sound like this. And they just sound truly, truly wonderful. And sorry if my voice goes a bit out of range. It's because I'm moving away from the microphone, just trying to use the microphone. I'm in a really, really awkward situation at the moment where the laptop's everywhere. And so yeah, and here we go. Let's go for something else. Now, I don't know if you can hear, but Spitfire Audio have this specific way of recording their samples. They like to keep the clicks and the sounds and the string noises and the odd squeaks of the bow, and it gives that realism which sounds truly remarkable. And we have our consort section, which is a muted section, which sounds a lot different and a lot more softer, if you will, which sounds like this. And it just sounds truly, truly wonderful. And then obviously we have our flautandos, which sound like this. They just sound absolutely gorgeous, and so happy with how this sounds. And so I'm not going to go through all of them because it's just going to be such a long video. And we have a decorative palette which sounds like this. And this is the tremolo, which is one of my favourite articulations in the string section. And obviously you can have a really, really big swell, which sounds like this. And it just sounds remarkable. And one of my favourite articulations is, or one of my favourite instruments in this kind of package, is the cello section, and the spiccatos, which just sound like this. They just sound really, really nice. Just sounds truly, truly beautiful. I apologise if my playing's really bad. There's a slight delay because I'm recording through Soundflower as well. Let me put all of the mics on, and you'll get a really, really big hall sound. And these samples do come baked with the actual reverb in them. It's recorded in Air Lyndhurst Hall in London, which is a well-known scoring stage. I'm just going to let these load a second. And yes, these are very, very big samples, so you need a decent amount of RAM to be able to run them properly. But here we go. Just sounds beautiful. Let me turn the tree mics off. I mean, keep the tree mics on the outriggers and the leader mics. And we'll go into the long section, which sounds like this. Just sounds truly, truly beautiful. We'll go in the consort section. Just beautiful. And we have our pizzicatos. Just beautiful. And I'll go into the basses, which just sounds remarkable. We have our spiccatos, which sound like this. You could go all the way down. Just sound beautiful. And obviously we have our pizzicatos, which sound like this. There we go, Wind Waker reference there. And we have our flautandos, which sound like this. Don't know if you're going to be able to hear that, but it's really muted and just sounds gorgeous. And we have our coleños, which... just beautiful, absolutely beautiful sound. And away from mural, we're going to go on to my Bml Phalanx Horns, which just sound freaking phenomenal. I do apologise, this video is going to be quite long, but you guys wanted it, so we have our Phalanx library, and we've got alternate mics. So with the BML libraries, you can have 3 alternate mics, which sound really good. And obviously we're going to go for the performance one, and it's going to sound epic. Welcome back, everybody. Sorry about that. Yeah, just a random hang again. Here we go. So we have the Phalanx Horns, and what this is it's basically your John Williams-esque kind of brass, and it's unbelievably epic, and it sounds like this. And yes, there is a tune in there from Journey of Eco, which I'm composing. The motif, which is... And that's all I'm going to show you. And also we have a Fanfare Sculptor, which is really, really cool, which is... But obviously I've not configured that right because it sounds really, really jumpy, but you can make it so it has some really, really quick passages. Let's go into the core palette again. And bear with me while this loads. And we have the core palette here, which enables you to have a lot of samples, a lot of articulations. And one of my favourites in this, and bear with me while this loads again, we have the multi-tongued, which sounds like this. And obviously as you move the mod wheel up, it sounds like this. And then you can turn the variation on as well, so it's more multi-tongue, so it's... So you have the do-ga-do-ga-do. Just ridiculously epic. And we have our staccato, which sounds like this. So there we go, a bit of a link between worlds there. And let's put it on this one. Let's put it on performance so you'll be able to hear it, which sounds like this. There we go. And I'm going to be showing you also some other things as well. Recently I've been using the felt piano in the Animal Crossing soundtracks, remixes that I've been making. And that sounds like this, ladies and gents. And of course you have the demo timeout, because I'm that cheap and I need to upgrade to Logic to Contact Player 5 full version. Here we go. It sounds like this. Which sounds absolutely beautiful. And one of my absolute gold mines, and I genuinely love this library with a passion, is my very, very trusty Albion. I just think it's one of the most beautiful libraries ever, along with Mural. And for the price range you get, this is absolutely, truly remarkable. And again, one of my favourite patches in this. I don't know if it's going to crash on me, but I'll keep speaking in the meantime as it does this. One of my favourite patches is the Woodwind Low Section, which just sounds truly, truly beautiful. And bear with me a second whilst we load this up. Welcome back, everybody. Sorry about that. Yet again, we had a mini hiccup. This issue needs to be fixed in Logic. Kind of sucks. So here we go. We have the Woodwind Low, which sounds like this. So then again, we have the same kind of usual mic positions, which sound more airy, in the Air Lyndhurst Hall, which is a gorgeous venue by the looks of things. So obviously it's dynamic controlled, which is... And they have these things called round robins, and they have 4 in each sample. So normally you have the machine gun effect, and I'll show you this, I'll demonstrate this. If you turn the round robins off, you get a... You get a really nasty kind of machine gun effect. But because they've included 4, it sounds very realistic, and because there's different samples being played in different sequences, and that's really, really nice. We have the legato section, which sounds like this. And you can hear the kind of transitional effects, where the instruments kind of meld together to go on to the next note, which is like this. Which gives it that really nice, realistic sound. And Also, we have the Woodwind highs, which sound like this. Just sound absolutely gorgeous. They make my hair raise, and every single time I listen to these, they're just truly beautiful. Then obviously you have the Piccolo Flute. Also, the ones in Albion are ensemble patches, so they're not exactly the one section like in Mural. And the reason is because Albion is designed to get you making creative and beautiful music on the go without the need to go through every single articulation. They're all basically put through so you can enjoy ensembled bass music, and it's a lot easier to create music that way. But don't judge out Albion on this pretense, because it's absolutely phenomenal. It's lovely, and it's just such a good library. And honestly, I think you're going to be hard pressed to find a better library. The samples aren't really dry. They have some kind of reverb baked in. We have the close mics, which have some spill in them, but it's workable. So you can hear a slight amount of reverb in there, but it's nothing major. You can really work your magic on that as well. And we'll go on to the next one. Bear with me a second. And sorry if you can hear noise, it's me moving around the studio. And we'll go into one of my favourite sections, is the run. I have a lot of favourite sections, don't I? But I don't normally use this feature. I mean, you can use it, but it's something like this. Let's turn all the mics on just for dramatic effect. And they just sound beautiful. I normally make my own runs. I don't go running, obviously, but I like making my own woodwind runs by using arpeggios, which a lot of people would know that I like using arpeggios in my music. Gives it that flavour, if you will. So it sounds like this. Just lovely. Absolutely love that sound. And we have, which basically this sold me Albion completely. This completely sold me to Albion. Listen to this patch. This is just truly remarkable by how well this sounds. We have our Legato patches, and the thing is with the Legato patches in Albion 1 is they're octaved. They sound like this. Sorry about that, I accidentally stopped recording. And they sound like this. Just fantastic. Really spooky sound. And if we turn all the microphones on, this sold me to Albion completely because it's just so well done. And obviously you can turn the speed down, which sounds like this. Just so good. And then obviously we have our percussion elements. I'm not going to show you all of them, but I'm going to show you some of my most loved ones and most used ones. We have our percussion hits, all, which sound really epic. Just sound really cool. Just so cool. And obviously they're mod wheel controlled as well, and then you can turn the mics on them and they sound like this to a closer mic. And obviously you can turn the ambient mics on and all of them together, which sound like this. Obviously I was banging on all of the keyboard there, which didn't sound too bad actually. And yeah, so we have the metal shop. I'm going to show you a couple more and then I'm going to end this video. And it sounds like this. So you can have some really nice clashes along with the percussion. And Easter Island hits. This is effing epic, if you will. You can hear that sound. If you have a subwoofer, turn it on now. Just so cool. Amazing sound. And just a few more. We have the Steam Band, which you can have some really weird sounds. And this one I use very much on my horror pieces. And it's the most weirdest but coolest sound probably in the world. I absolutely love it. Just absolutely freaking epic. And these are all patches that are included within Albion, so obviously you're going to be getting a huge value for money with these. So they just sound really bizarre, but so cool. So yeah, that's really what I use for my orchestral things. I'm planning to buy the Sable set as well, which sound remarkable. Obviously Logaria, or Logiera as they call it, which is Albion 2. I do plan to get that as well because it's a much softer sound which sounds gorgeous. And I'm so happy with these samples because they're just so well made. And oh yeah, let me show you this one last one. Sorry this video is going to be so long, but I've been wanting to make it for a long time because I've had the free time. Welcome back, folks. We have the Spitfire music box, which sounds like this. You can have some really freaky samples with that. Can have so much fun with that. And obviously that's not all of the things that I've got on my libraries at the moment. If I'd done that, it would be like a day-and-a-half video, which I don't think many of you will appreciate. And that's really gonna be wrapping up this video. So thank you guys very much for watching, and again, thank you so much for the support. I really do appreciate it. So without further ado, I'm going to be off and compose more music for the Journey of Eco and a few more projects which I will announce at a later date, which is going to be really cool. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.